22-year-old Rebekah Gould was a student at Northwest Arkansas Community College in Fayetteville. In September 2004, she had been visiting her friends in Guion, a small town on the White River. On the 22nd September, Rebekah dropped off her boyfriend at work before going to a convenience store in Melbourne, Arkansas. That was the last time she was seen. It was strange for her to disappear, as she had planned with her sister to drive back to the college. At the home she had been staying at, investigators discovered her vehicle, car keys, cash, and handbag. It seemed even less likely when investigators flipped her mattress over and found blood underneath. 7 days after Rebekah was last seen, her body was discovered 5 miles outside of Melbourne, down an embankment of Arkansas State Highway 9. She had been bludgeoned. For 16 long years, investigators worked to find out who had done this. Then in November 2020, Arkansas State Police announced the arrest of 44-year-old Oregon resident William Alama Miller. The motive of the crime or the trail that led police to him were not made public. There are some details about William that we know, however. At the time of the crime, he lived in Texas, but he was in Arkansas. Thereafter, he moved to Lane County, Oregon. He stayed in the Philippines for a few years, and when he returned to the US, he was arrested. Since it can be frustrating when there is not a lot of details given by the police, I will add details to the pinned comment when more information becomes public.
"19-year-old Tammy Tracey was a resident of Rockford, Illinois in 1987. She worked as a dental assistant. The previous year, she graduated from Auburn High School. She was last seen on the 27th of May, 1987, when she went to Searles Park to get her car waxed. Law enforcement looked for her for nearly a year. Billboards went up asking for help in the search for Tammy. It would be almost a year before she was found. On April 15, 1988, her body was found by a birdwatcher. Her body was located in the Sugar River Forest Preserve in Durand. She was identified using dental records. An autopsy showed that she had been fatally shot. She had also been stabbed. On April 21st, she was laid to rest. In the picture, Richard Galvanoni reached out to touch her casket. He was the head of the Rockford Police Department's Detective Bureau, who led the initial investigation into the case. Investigators said throughout the years that they were close to making an arrest. In 2018, Tammy's mom, Linda Tracey, said, "I want to make sure they get him before I pass away." Early in 2020, investigators claimed that they knew who took Tammy's life, but they were still working to accumulate the evidence needed to prove it. It's just a matter of having that one little piece of information that puts us over the hump that we could prove it in court. Finally, in November 2020, an arrest was made. 64-year-old Jesse Smith was arrested in Albany, Georgia, and indicted by a Winnebago County grand jury. He was a resident of Rockford at the same time Tammy's life was taken. Winnebago County State's Attorney Marilyn Ross said that Tammy and Jesse knew each other, but did not elaborate. She also said that it would be inappropriate to talk about the new evidence that led to the arrest, and she also did not say what the motive was. Winnebago County Sheriff Gary Caruana and Rockford Police Chief Dan O'Shea both credited the tenacity of investigators for their work in leading to the arrest. Jesse Smith was then held in Dougherty County Jail, Georgia, before being extradited to Winnebago County. He was held on a $5 million bond. His attorney, Christopher Durango, said that Rockford police got hold of a letter in a safety deposit box from an ex-girlfriend of Jesse that claims he ended the life of Tammy. Since the ex-girlfriend passed away several years ago, Christopher says he believes the evidence is not strong enough. Tammy's mom, Linda, had this to say in a statement after hearing about the arrest. "We would like to give a special thanks to the Rockford Police Department, the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office, Illinois State Police, and the task force. Also, thank you to Lamar Advertising and Tricky Enterprises for their billboard assistance over the years. Our heart goes out to you for all the prayers, messages, and calls. They were very much appreciated, and we wish we could thank each and every one of you personally. Tammy is resting now, and she is smiling down on all of you. At last, we are at peace.